Dressed in blues with a laugh in my eye. Shades of wonder got me on a high. We spin stories in purple and gold. Girls got colors nobody can hold. We mix it up, we make it new. Splash it in bold, that's how we do. Running on fun, we won't slow down. Paint the town, turn it upside down. Push out my favorite traffic jam. Color like a fool, yeah, you know who I am. Dreams on the canvas, magic in my head. Painting out loud, I don't care where I live. Like a fool, splashing wild, breaking the rules. Like a fool, like a fool, like a fool. Every line, every you. Welcome to the 18th, the brush out.
Oh wow!
I died.
Well,
guys, I died.
Well, there was a reason we were in the rowboat. Nomi.
How did you die?
Because she went in the water like a fool, What do you think the rowboat was for? Wait. Nomi, did you do it for the science?
I was trying to go get some ice cream.
You could have redeemed yourself and said, guys, I did it for the science, and I would have respected you. But since you did it for ice cream, I can't respect that.
I was gonna bring you some.
I'm still not for the science.
Row, row, row your boat
gently down the street.
down the street.
Man, this thing hurts.
Life is but a dream.
Not only do I spend the rest of the video feeling like an idiot, I also spend the rest of the video looking like an idiot, and you're not going to be able to unnotice.
Good morning, fools out there. Good morning. I hope that you got a lot of good rest like a fool. Let me know. Can everybody see me? Can everybody hear me? Am I okay? Are we doing all right? We were having some catastrophes the last couple of days with the setup, but it's okay because we're back to the oldie but goodie, and I think it works fine. I think it's working okie day. It did yesterday on the gaming stream, so yay! Anyway, it is the 1st of December. Right? Yes, I'm looking at the calendar. It's the first day of December. Yesterday was the first Advent. Yay! If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. It's a beautiful tradition that I totally forgot to indulge in, and I hope that my ancestors will forgive me. I just always was like, oh, it's the first Sunday in December, but that doesn't make any sense because do you understand that Christmas is in, what is it, 3 weeks? And so if there's 4 days to the Advent, it won't line up. So it was actually yesterday and not this coming Saturday, but that's okay. It's okay. It's fine. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to hit the like button on your way in, grab some coffee, grab you a little snacky snack, and we're going to get started today with the brush hour like a fool. I hope that everybody has had a great weekend, great holidays. I hope you spent some wonderful time with your family, and especially with the upcomings. So let's get started. You and I are going to go on this miraculous journey together of creating our little Canadian bear chibi. And I have... Great. It's a La Cucaracha morning. Yes, it is. If you follow me over on Kick and the YouTube gaming channel, Dreaming Tabitha Gaming, you'll understand that. But I would like to say good morning to everybody. Rogi was here. To be fair, DL was here yesterday, but that doesn't count for today. So technically, Rogi's the first one. Good morning. DL doing everything but the kitchen sink, which we still have not get the emote for, which we will work on. There's so much to work on. There's so much you don't even know. But anyway, Spider Unlimited, good morning, beautiful people. Hulk Smash says science. Hulk Smash, I don't know if you saw my comment in the Patreon chat. It was your artwork, was it not? I want to double check. I don't want to, I believe it was him. He took my artwork and then added onto it to create this awesome scenery. Yeah, Hulk Smash. And I don't know if you saw my message a while ago, and I was like, can I share this on the Twitterverse? It was awesome. But let me know. I mean, I know technically that is the free page for Patreon, so literally anybody with access could go there and look at it, but I still want to be respectful. Like, just let me know, can I share that, because it's so cool. So yeah, you can be a part of the dream team over on this I was going to say on the Smash because I'm reading Hulk Smash, over on the Patreon. It's a free chat where we share artwork together. No judgment. No judgment, for free. Stephen Brown, good morning. Hello. Grape over there on Kickside saying good morning. Eldritch, Canalys, Captain JP. Oh, we've got an updated avatar with a Santa hat. That's right. And then there's me with the dancing cat. Oonks, 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 oonks. Like a fool emotes. I'd love to see it. Irish Jedi. Was that a Gilderoy reference? Yes, it was. One of my favorites that I like to quote from that franchise. A lot. Good morning, OG. Welcome in. Got the hearts going this morning. I'm looking extra fine. Wow. I showered last night and it makes a difference. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. Mouse! It's Mouse. Mouse, I still haven't made the comic one that strip that I want to make of you because I'm a little bit behind on projects, but it's timeless. It's a timeless classic. It's going to be featuring you and Narmi. And I know that sounds scary, but it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Birthday, T-5 days. Well, happy pre-birthday. Let me mute this over here. Kick is still being weird. Justin Proper. I don't know. He had some hot takes a while ago, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about welcoming Justin in just yet. Let me think about it, Justin. Let me think. By the way, Tabitha, your package arrived on time. I just did not check. Oh, okay. I was concerned about that because I was like, oh my gosh, that was supposed to have gotten to you like 4 or 5 days prior to that. So the mail lady lied to me, but she didn't. She didn't. Rogie was just neglecting to let me know. Actually, you didn't have to let me know. I just wanted to make sure it got there. I appreciate it. You know, your artist appreciates it when the package arrives on time because otherwise we worry. Fantastic says I will be lurking. By the way, what this is in reference to, I'm an artist. I get commissions. You can hire me. Message me at dreamingtabitha@gmail.com if you are interested in some information. Good morning, Beach Dad. Good morning. And Alasia's here. Good morning. Hope everybody slept well. Hope everybody's doing okay. Did we make it through? Did we get everything out the way? Not that I don't mind saying good morning to everybody. I'm always happy to see you here. Yes. All right. So, there we go. Bringing to the stage. So, unfortunately, with Inktober NaNoWriMo last month, I didn't get to accomplish the goal that I wanted to because commission work got in the way. Can you believe it? People paid me money to create things for them, and it kept me from my Canadian Bear book. The audacity that people have of getting in the way of my work. I don't know if I appreciate it or not. Just kidding. No, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for keeping Tabitha flowing, keeping the work going. Because of lovely people like you, I can't do what I do here. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Rogie has gifted 5 Dreaming Tabitha Live memberships. Why? Why would you do that?
Today is Friday. Today is Friday.
With somebody else, and I was like, "Oh, this is the shortcut. It's basically a door, and it goes behind the camera."
Wait,
I know,
Mom.
it does. That's why you're an idiot.
Wait,
I love Sevi's passion. I just have to play that whenever I can. Rogie, you're not an idiot, but some people are, and it's okay. Jesus loves them all. It's fine. I'm not saying Moss is an idiot either. I would never say that. I don't think. Anyway, Grape. Thank you so much, Rogie, by the way. Thank you so much for supporting the channel in all the ways that you do. It is so appreciated. Grape, how are you doing on Dan Bass painting? Are you ready to play a scary game if you're not done by the first? I don't want to talk about it, Grape. Actually, so here, let me grab my pen. I will answer your question, Grape, but let me get started with the art project first. So, in our little story, when last we left our Canadian bear friend, and just to recap for anybody that might be new, here's our little Canadian bear friend, and we've been doing a lot of really cool sketches of this character, and I've been having so much fun with it. I'm trying to get rid of this so you can see. We've got a lot of amazing reference pictures here, just trying to work things out. It looks super cool, super great. I'm super excited about it. Been playing around with the art style, the coloring, and all of that good stuff. And so he's going to be meeting some friends and whatnot. And when last we left him, he'd met a lovely little duck. I am not good with drawing chibis, animal chibis. Okay, so this is a great practice for me in many ways, not only trying to draw the same character and having continuity with that. So practice, drawing all the different angles, all the difficult angles, super beneficial for your artist friend, Dreaming Tabitha, right here. But also the fact that I've incorporated animals into this story and a wide variety of animals definitely helps with stretching my creativity, stretching my imagination, and my art skills in general, because I suck at drawing chibi animals. I think I'm doing an okay job, but I appreciate all of you following me along on this journey, because you will see the development, hopefully. If you've been around for a while, you've seen the growth in my channel, you've seen the growth in my artwork, and I'm pretty happy with where I've come to. Sometimes the complexity lies in the simplicity, and I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but it's so true. It's kind of like the comic strips that I do, and I talk about this all the time, where it's like you taking an idea and you have to simplify it so that the message translates in the best kind of way, in the easiest kind of way, while still looking good and still being captivating. And that has been such an amazing part of this journey, and I'm so grateful that you guys are been along for it. I was actually scared in the beginning, because of the fact that you're being vulnerable and trying to put yourself out there and create artwork for other people, which is also for yourself, is a very difficult balancing act. It's a very 6-7 balancing act. Don't tell Nomi I said that. Larry Knight, it's Tabitha time like a fool. 100%. So we are going to try to create this duck. Now, I created this basic duck here, and I think he's super cute. Totally would love to play with this ducky in the bathtub, right? He's so cute. I think he fits the bill. No pun intended. Not really. But I did look online for some other references, and I found some that have these really cool hair, right? So you see, I do love me a good boy band haircut, okay? And so I would like to elaborate on this. I'm going to copy, paste, duplicate, and we're going to kind of play around with the hair a little bit here. Oh, the opacity. And then you make sure, I don't know why it's set on crystals. I know, Moss. I don't know. They're coming at me. They're coming at me like this. I can't run away from them. Today is Dad Joke Monday. Actually, today is supposed to be Motivation Monday. And I was going to ask you guys, what did you accomplish last week, whether big or small, something that made you feel accomplished? It could be something as simple as I ate yogurt 3 mornings in a row, trying to be healthier, It could be something as simple as I got all of my laundry washed, dried, folded, and put away in its proper place. I would love to hear about your motivations for the upcoming week as well. Like, what do you have planned? What are your motivations? But what happened last week that could motivate you and the rest of us for this week? I'd love to hear it. For me, my motivation, actually, let me get rid of this background here too, because it's distracting. All these little fuzzy wuzzy hairs. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong brush. Let's see. I know, fantastic. The 6-7 was terrible. I saw a reel on Instagram this morning, and it was actually the first 6-7 joke that I've ever kind of laughed at and found amusing. And it was this lady laying in bed, and it said, how this generation counts sheep to fall asleep. And it's kind of like she's counting. And then all of a sudden she goes, and rolls rolls over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I thought that was actually really clever, very creative. Dayokin, is that how you say your name? Hello there. Welcome into Kick. I love that name, by the way. I hope it's not like a weird word. Okay, I only had one cheat day last week. That's awesome, Rogie. Cheat days are hard to overcome. Let's see. Now, hair can be difficult. It needs to be iconic, but it doesn't need to be distracting, which for some reason is totally the route that I've decided to go with this hair. That's not, I don't like that. It's too long. So what if it was just kind of like, I love a good messy little boys with messy hair are just so adorable, but it's got to be something that I can remember how to do later on. We were talking about the continuity. Oh, what if, guys, what if we parted his hair? Hang on. Let's play around with this here. And then I don't know. I probably won't do that, but he does look kind of cute. Okay, he's giving Kim Jong-un vibes, and that's not what we're going for. Let's erase this idea completely. Wow, that went sideways really quickly. So Tabitha likes guys whose hair moves in one direction while walking down a back street when it's 98 degrees in sync and lockstep with their friends. I mean, I don't think I could have said it any simpler there, Larry. I remember my keratin. What is it supposed to be? Every day for the last 2 weeks. Does that count? Of course it counts. If it's something that you're trying to do to better your life or make your life easier and it takes discipline, it of course counts. I swept the kitchen and cleaned my gross stove. Oh, I understand this. Stoves are nasty. If you don't keep up with them, or like cleaning the refrigerator. Oh, like something spills. You don't want to clean it because you have to take everything out, but you have to be aware that there's a time factor because our food is, it's Mountain Mutt. Good morning. Here after watching Jay, Rab Nad. How you doing, Rab? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. By the way, I changed my profile pic to Henry from, is that Star Trek 5? I don't know. I didn't make anyone press Alt F4 live and stream. Does that count? Technically, I'll think about it. Hey, it is Dimaj and I. Welcome in. She did. I did. Only for you, Mountain Mutt. Hope you had a great holiday. It was not. I had some great food. We're doing great. Okay, so what I'm grateful for. All right, let's figure out this hair. So the hair that I'm looking at here, it is basically like he's got this fuzz of hair, and it just goes like this, but we don't need a halo. I know I probably shouldn't overcomplicate this. Oh, maybe we go for the no. The Donald Trump. What is it? It looks like a leaf. What if he had a leaf on his head like a hat? Like a fool. Wait a minute. I mean, who says duckies can't have accessories? Wait a minute. We are excited. We are excited. Hang on. And I think that could be something that I could replicate fairly well. Let's play around. Let's play around with this here. Oh my goodness. So, what I accomplished, we're gonna have to shift this over because if this is the center right here, then where the fold is, we gotta trust the science on this one here. Hang on. What I accomplished last week was cleaning up my office space here. I'd been putting it off for a while since I kind of relocated to a different room, a room that actually has walls. And that's a long story, don't ask. But um oh, and this could be like the little piece of hair, kind of like what I give Sevi whenever I draw her. Okay, it might need to be moved back a little bit, but it's kind of cute. What if I hang on. All right. So we're going to duplicate Mr. again, and we're going to hang on. Let's get rid of our duck friend here real quickly. But I did. I organized it. So Dan, you were asking about Dan over here, and he's all in a clean space now. Not the real Dan Basque, just in case everybody thought I kidnapped him or something like that. Yes, he's hiding out at Dreaming Tabitha's lair. My painting, my portrait of Dan Basque that I need to finish. Otherwise, if you guys don't know, if I don't finish my Dan Basque portrait that I started 1.5 years ago, in oil paint, if I don't finish it, I have to play the out by January 1st, by 2026. I have to play Outlast Trials with Sevi, and I don't want to do that. So he's over there. He's going to be part of the room tour. I'm going to release that over on Patreon, where you can just see everything that inspires me, everything that frustrates me, everything that's in the works and the progress. We will be doing a painting live stream at some point. We will be. Otherwise, I don't want to play that game. And that stream will probably be a lot different. I would love to paint more with you guys. Painting takes so much more out of me than digital artwork, and it takes a lot more concentration. So to talk and do those streams is almost, I mean, I've done them before, but I don't I'll be honest with you, I don't like it because I don't feel like I can give my best to the painting. And I don't know if you guys, if any there's OGs in here that remember when we did here, we'll just reproduce this duck here. I'll duplicate him so I don't have to my Santa Claus painting with my dog, that was rough. No pun intended there. Sorry, Moss. I don't know. They just come in this way. I can't help it. Actually, I need to do that. So what I plan to do is like chill streams, like no talking chill streams, or where I only come in every now and then and say hi to the chat or something like that. But if you want to watch me, which is a lot of pressure, but if you want to watch me finish off the Dan Vasque portrait painting, it will be one of those chill, no talking streams because I've got to concentrate because it's so stressful. It looks so good. And that's what a lot of artists struggle with. They'll start a project, it turns out amazing. It looks so good. It's by far the best thing that they've ever produced. And then they take a break because life gets in the way. And then when they return, they don't want to start anymore because they're afraid they're going to mess up what already has been achieved and ruin the entire thing. So rather than finish, we would just leave it undone because we don't want to risk marring all of the hard work that we've put into it. So I got to just overcome that. Kevin Dino, hello, good day. Yeah, the leaf looks cute. It does. I got my room all cleaned up, my bedding pillows washed, my car's detailed, and the gym. I went for a nice bike ride yesterday afternoon. It's beautiful. You'll join for outlet. You'll have to be there. Fantastic. If that's gonna be part of the suffering, that I must entail if I don't finish this painting. And to think Meek keeps all his abductees in his basement. In the closet. Oh, I appreciate that, Cappuccino. Haven't painted in 15 years. It's time to get back on the brush. All right. I'm going to move this back a little bit. Oh, it's like a little bonnet. Okay. I think we found it. This way I don't have to worry about hair, but instead we found something better. I love this. So now I have to figure out how to recreate this from a different angle. But I do think this is cute. Once it's colored, I think this is adorable. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like this before, which is always good when it comes to character development. taking things that you either have or have not seen and redoing them, repositioning them, redesigning them so that it's fun, captivating, depending on what niche you're falling into, what category, whether it's fantasy, sci-fi. I explained this to somebody before. I believe it was Moss. Yes, it was Moss. One second, I must sip. Oh, Justin, don't you know how duckies work? When they don't have feet when they're on the water, it's all tucked up underneath it. Justin. Hey, Patrick, good morning. So, what I was saying, which by the way, I'm going to drag this little leaf and I'm going to drag it over to our next page so that we have a reference for how this is meant to look. Let me clean this up a little bit here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. This way I have some room to grip. Okay, let's redesign this, do that. It's little moments like this too that are so helpful in the design process. You guys are watching it in real life where it's like not always planned out. It's always just kind of hit and miss. But look, we've got ourselves a little bonnet for our ducky doo. I'm going to leave that there. So a lot of the characters I'm having, once they've been seen by the Canadian bear, it's kind of like they're looking at them, like you get to see them full in the face. I'm just trying to be consistent. I thought it was grass, not one. Justin, come on. But what was I saying before? Crap. I feel like that was important too. Oh well. If it wasn't water. Okay, so now is the fun part where we have to, let me get rid of this, figure out how to draw this little ducky here with, I don't know, I was saying something about bike rides. I feel like it was important. Bike rides, motivation, Dan. I don't know. Whatever it was. I had started a trail of thought and then I needed to sip my coffee and I'm like, did it have to do with Justin? No, Moss. It's gonna be something with Moss. I hate when this happens. It'll come to me at like 3 o'clock. Oh well, that's okay. So yeah, Justin, burn him. He looks like a witch. All right, so I've got my pictures of ducks here. Let me look at the chibi ducks too. Excuse me. All right, he's pretty cute, but I have to make sure. So this one, so let's see, angles of face. So basically, I kind of gave him a chubby cheek. So he's kind of like this. Well, maybe not so much like that. He looks like the rubber duckies I put in my bath. He does. He's pretty cool. Man, I was at a convention last year. Here, let's just start with a circle or like a. Okay, what happened? Interesting. I'm not using the right glove for this. I have lost all of my drawing gloves. So I think this is interfering a little bit. Okay. I need you to behave here. I'm going to start calling my pen Justin. I need you to behave, Justin. And then it's kind of like something like this. Oh, also, by the way, I wanted to thank my subscribers. I think this was from Larry Knight, but had gotten me off of my wish list, Joffrey's Coffee, Disney's Haunted Mansion. And look at that. It says Foolish Mocha Brew. I didn't even see that when I put it on my wish list. Foolish Mocha. Drinking coffee like a fool, like a ghoulish fool. This is white chocolate, I believe it is. That's pretty cool. Thank you for this, by the way. I know some people had asked about my my Amazon wish list. There was a problem with it. It had been corrupted of some kind. And unfortunately, well, so if there are any other YouTubers out there that have Amazon wish lists and you have it where it's privated, Amazon seems to be going through a glitch because of course, you know what, there's weirdos and people out there. Like some people want to support the channel and I'm so grateful for that. Of course you don't have to, but there are some people that want to have your information, right? And the whole point is to have it private and they can send you gifts if they so choose because they're wonderful people. But Amazon started revealing information to people about people. So I have hidden my wish list, and I will make a new one and see if that glitch is fixed. I am not the only victim of this issue. I've talked to some other YouTubers, and one of them was telling me that that was the same situation for them as well. So, would you be a fool for not having it? What? The coffee? Of course. Joffrey's coffee. It was you, thank you. By the way, your Santa hat is missing Yoda ears. Well, do you remember? Yeah, no, this is my Canadian Bear Santa hat. It's got plaid, right? I have that other hat somewhere. I think it's in the box of Christmas stuff. All right, let's see. I know this is a little bit wonky here, but I'm going to try to see if, let's stretch it a bit. Let's distort. Let's try that. Let me go back to uniform. Something I want to invest in. It's called a something tool, something box. Yeah, I know. Amazon revealing info. Preposterous. Foolishness. Pshaw. But it's so for people like me that work digitally, to be able to work faster and more efficiently, they have these little Bluetooth boxes that have it almost looks like you know how you can get those extended keyboard things that have the numbers on them, right? It's basically like this. It's about the same size. And it's got like a couple of buttons and dials that you can program for things like Procreate and Photoshop and Illustrator, because I have to do everything. I'm drawing with this hand, and then I have to go in with this hand sometimes and press things, or I do it with just this hand, and I'm going up here and switching, and I'm looking at layers, and I'm doing whatever, where they have a box that I could do that with this hand. So while I'm drawing here, I could just learn to teach my hand how to do this, that, and the third with the buttons and the knobs and stuff like that, which would make the workflow go. But man, anything that's good is expensive. It's terrible. But I'm going to look into getting one of those in the new year, because it'll slow down my workflow in that I have to learn how to use it, but it will definitely speed up my workflow for the future with projects. And I have a lot of cool stuff coming next year. I don't know. I'll throw this out there. I have an opportunity to make a lot of Transformers. I'm just going to put it that way. We'll see how it happens. But yeah, I want to get one of those, and I just have to see. I don't know why I brought that up. I don't know. Good morning, Know Me Without You. Good morning. She's yelling at me again. What is this? I don't know who Emaru Hugging. I don't know who that is. But what a great name. Could you imagine if your last name was Hugging? Oh, how sweet. All right, so let's see if we can draw the face of this duck forward. He's very chubby, and I don't think his cheeks are low enough, but we're going to practice. This is the sketch, and then we can finalize. So he could be kind of looking a little bit sideways. I don't know. Let's see. The duck's bill. Because he's gotta look cute. So one way to make sure your characters look cute is to make sure that there's no harsh edges. Problem is that I think I'm making him look like a goose. Let's see. What makes a duck different from a goose besides their DNA? Haha. But physical traits. There's like a excuse me, I believe it's ducks have the bill that kind of curves up up like so, whereas a goose it's a little bit flatter, I think. But I want him to look cute. I've never drawn a proper duck before, so wow, this looks weird, but we'll figure it out. You're asking the questions, Justin. I don't know. A streamer. Oh, that one lady. Is that one lady? I think I heard about it. I know my other character doesn't have eyes. He's not quite as cute as this other guy, I think. But again, this is why we sketch. We're going to maybe reshape the head. Let's see here. Maybe the bill needs to be bigger. Let's liquefy. Ooh, let's make this smaller. And maybe this needs to go down more. I know it doesn't seem like much, but you guys don't understand that this. I know we haven't made a lot of progress in the Canadian Bear thing, but this is actually such a crucial part of the process. Like, if I don't get this stuff down, none of it comes to pass. Oh, his nose or his beak is cute. He starts like, oops. He starts like this. Whoops. Oh, that's really creepy. This looks like it belongs in Escape the Backrooms. No! Okay, this looks bad, but we're working on it. All right, hang on, let's okay, well, I mean, again, it's like we're starting, but it's a something, isn't it? What is so this one, like, you know what? Hang on. And I did wanna make sure that I express my gratitude. You guys don't understand, or maybe you do. Some of you out there, you can kinda unappreciate the hustle and the grind and all that kind of stuff, but, like, without you guys, this is not possible. There is no Dreaming Tabitha Live without all of you. Um, and so I'm grateful. Like, I remember the days when I first started, and there's no shame in having, 6 or 7 viewers, especially if they're faithful viewers and they encourage you and whatnot. But it's like, I remember the days of having the 6 or the 7. I don't know why I use those numbers. There was no nothing involved with that. But okay, right, 5 or 8. Let's do something random. 5 or 8. And then there's some days now where I get like 31 people watching me at one time, and it's like, "Why? Look what we're doing. Look what we're doing, exactly. We're just drawing dumplings. Hey, High Tide, I will be responding to your message today, by the way. I apologize. Twitter's been weird. Twitter's been so weird. By the way, your friends might not hate you and they might not be ignoring you. It's because Twitter sucks right now. So just let you know, sometimes the messages get lost along the way, and they'll be there in 2 or 3 business days. Okay. Let me look at this guy. I know he does look good morning, High Tide. He does look like a dumpling. So you're drawing too? Excellent. By the way, if you want to share your artwork over at the on my Patreon for free in the Artists Alley, feel free to share your art there. Please just keep it clean. We don't want any risque NFCs or whatever they're called. NFTs, is that what they're called? Nothing like that, but like good, wholesome, wonderful, heartfelt artwork. It's a judgment-free zone. Patrick McCartney, feel free to share your art if you want to. It's a place where artists go, where we encourage one another. Like I said, there's no judgment unless asked for, no critiquing unless asked for. There's a separate chat for critiquing from me if you want any helpful tips or advice from my education and my experience. I'm happy to help out over there. It's in the Makeover Mondays section. I'm there also, by the way. You can post anytime you want to there, just to let you know, but I will be live in the chat. It's not a live stream. I'm just live. Like, I am there for a half hour after the stream on Monday's end, so that if you have any questions for me in the Makeover Monday section, we can talk live, like back and forth in the chat. For the next half hour after this stream ends. Just throwing that out there if you feel like my opinion is worthy. Nothing spicy, no problem. Thank you. Everyone has to start. Yeah, 100%. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. If people like you, they like what? If people like you, they like you, Tabitha. In the early days of YouTube, one of the more popular YouTubers was an old man who would stream himself drinking coffee at his kitchen table. 60K viewers. Dude, there's people that sleep for a living online. Nomi, why aren't we one of these people? I bet you people would watch us sleep. And then we would have collaborations where we could sleep on the couch next to one another and people could watch us sleep. It'd be great. And then we could have a sleep stream with Sevi and Joe, and we could put moss on the floor. I think we could have a great time, just a bunch of us sleeping. I think that would be great. Keep art PG-13, like the way Tabitha will be watching the Christmas movie Die Hard today. There you go. I try to keep it clean. Die Hard. It's a great. I will determine that today, Patrick. Today is the day that I've never seen it before. Today's the day whether I determine myself if see, this is a goose nose. So this guy's beak is really small. So this is the hard part. I know I should just be using the symmetry tool, but I want to at least get an idea of what this shape is going to look like. I know he's crooked. I'm sorry. It's the way my iPad's shaped. You don't like, but what if you could do it for money, Justin? What if you could get all the sleep you've ever needed in your life and people paid you to do it? But the people who watch sleep streams are strange. This is true. It's true, but it's better than foot fetish people, in my opinion. It's better than foot fetish people. What about, was it not last year? Was it 2 years ago when somebody took a snippet of Drunk 3PO when he had dead air space for like 4 minutes? The heinous crime of streaming, the big no-no, and someone took it and put it into a 24-hour stream, and people watched it for 24 hours. Yes, I can. I will join the debate. Look for me on Criticless, streaming Tabitha. Okay, so and then the secret really is this thing here. But see, this guy looks frumpy. Why does this guy look cute? Is it the eyes? I don't like it. I think he's too fat. I think there's something wrong with the head, which is usually where the problems start. All right, let's clear this. I might have to. So, okay. You can tell me I'm a fraud if you want to. I couldn't do one of those streams where the chat sends messages, read out loud, constantly waking you up. What if you hired somebody to do that for you? If you're rolling in the dough, you could sleep and have somebody read the read the chat for you. Well, a lot of times in those streams, from what I understand, the chat just entertain themselves. The whole point is that you don't engage with the chat. Don't come in here and tell me what to do, Justin. Take that bossy, sassy attitude somewhere else. But you might judge me for this, but I've listened to some other professions. This one's super cute. This is what I need. I think I found my reference that I can tweak. That's so cute. Oh, I like this angle too. All right, hang on. So you might don't hate me because I'm beautiful, but there are times when you are starting out in your art career, and I know that technically I am not starting out in my art career, but let me oh, what am I doing? Yeah, let me quickly send this to myself. Um, hang on. I'll get to you. I'll get to my thoughts and prayers in just a second. Hang on. Let's see, did it go through? All right, 1 second here. There are some times. Well, I'll give you an example. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Moment of silence for the artist. Okay. So okay. Well, what's really cool is that this is a free file for people. So I'm not stealing the artwork for my own. People can have access to this. So what we're doing right now, I know that there's oftentimes the argument about stealing and stuff like that. And thank you over there, DJ Davey, for the follow. We're working our way to 450 followers over there on the Kick side. Tabitha's even worse. Justin, you know what? Come back tomorrow when it's Hot Take Tuesday, okay? I don't have time for your nonsense. It will get an eyeball, don't we? Wintered Wonderland. Howdy. That happens. That happens to a lot of people. Or like when you go into REM sleep and your eyes are like, that's creepy. Tabitha would totally watch a Twitch streamer who hasn't set up donation notifications so they have a drill instructor blow his whistle. I would watch that with popcorn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we're getting more followers over there. Please be respectful. When you have a bunch of letters and numbers in your name, it gets me a little nervous over there on the kick side. So we are appreciative that you're here, but we would appreciate it if you, good for this clock 23 Hudge kid for kid 432, if you would just, make sure that you're not spreading the bad news, as we say. But Skibbity Man becomes a follower over there too, and that also makes me a little nervous. But I'm here for it. It's not my first time on the internet. It's not my first time. Anyway, what I was saying. You can't scare me. Okay, you can't scare me. I've seen some things. I've heard some things. I've been places. Anyway, what I was saying. So a lot of times there's the argument of stealing other people's artwork. You should, number one, always give people credit where credit is due. The caveat, if you will, about how to use other people's artwork, because when you're first learning, when you are first starting, and even when you are experienced and advanced, you're always going to be learning from other people. And there are going to come things in your way that you have a difficult time comprehending and you replicating. And so you need help along the way. So it is okay to steal from other people to give you inspiration. All great artists steal, loosely saying this, from other people. It's not even stealing, it's being inspired. So this particular ducky inspires me. This is what I'm going for. I think that this well matches the duck that I had already made on my own. So I would like to take elements from this because this person basically mastered the art of cutesiness for this duck. I have to assume this is a 3D file print. I don't know if this person actually created it or what the case is. Could totally be a bluff and be an AI scam because you can 100% do that. It does make me a little nervous. It does scream AI when I look up how close it is. Regardless, this is from somebody else. This is not my own creation. So I want to take elements of this and be able to use it to understand and comprehend how the structure goes. And then I will alter it to better fit my style and what it is that I'm going for. So I want to just give you that layout if that's how that works. Artists are always taking things from one another. I hate to call it stealing unless you're actually stealing somebody's work, like taking somebody's work and then making it your own and saying, "Yeah, this is mine." That is stealing. You're just running it through an AI generator or something like that. So you change the colors a little bit. This has been going on for a long time. You can find a lot of videos about that. That even professional artists are just getting lazy. Even people that work at Disney are doing this, and they're getting caught, and it's a horrendous fiasco over there. But this is different. I'm drawing inspiration from this. Drawing inspiration from is not stealing. It's mimicking. It's just in the same way that children mimic their parents and their peers and other adults around them. You're not stealing the way somebody rides a bicycle. You are learning from them to do it yourself. So that's how we're going to look at it for this particular section. JB Spooky Reviews. Good morning. I hope you're having a good. I am. I've got good coffee, good friends. I have a cut on my forehead that I got from my desk 2 days ago. Life is good. Yes, always credit the source. That's why I like to put this. This is from. It says Pufu. I don't know if that's the real person. Let's click on it. Oh, it's not AI. Okay, all right. That's what this person says. It's not AI. Congratulations for not using AI. This is YNA 3D print. They have a bunch of free printable downloads and stuff like that. That's cool. They belong to a website called Colts. How exciting. Borrow is better than stealing. Everyone borrows from everyone. 100%. Oh, Patrick McCartney, follow me over on the kick side. Look, we are going up places. We are moving on up to the east side on the kick side over there. 410 followers. Thank you. Copyright. Well, the copyright is kind of like with the guidelines of the stealing and stuff like that. By the way, I have a hot take for tomorrow. I think that when it comes to the stealing and stuff like that, I learned some very interesting information yesterday, and I would much rather steal the way I ride a bicycle than steal my bicycle. Yeah, exactly. That's actually a great way to put that. Did you accidentally drink the paint? I didn't. This says not paint water, so that's how I know that it's not. That's also the great thing about oil paint. You don't need water. so you don't have to drink it. You don't gotta drink it. All right. So what I think I want to do to give myself some practice as to these shapes, because this is not a shape that I draw. It kind of is. I'm gonna I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lower the opacity of this. I'm gonna create a separate layer, and I'm gonna kind of follow the guidelines that I do myself for my own chibis, because I'm starting to see the shape in the head at least. And even in the body. This is basically an inflated version of what I do, and I find that very interesting. So I'm gonna kinda break down the shapes. I don't wanna just trace over it like this, right? Like that. We don't wanna do that because I don't want it to be exactly. I wanna be able to learn. So I'm trying to identify the shapes that are there in order for me to do that. So the shapes that I'm actually seeing from what I draw is that I've got like this. Oh, you can't really see that. Hang on. I've got a circle going on here. And then I typically always start with the cheeks, and I'm seeing that here. They're just slightly turned a little bit. And then I always do the little gourd body. Again, kind of like this. And I see that that's essentially this shape. It's just inflated. So that's exciting. I don't know what that means. Razor Red owns you, boy. First and foremost, I don't know if you can tell. I'm a girl. But thanks for showing up. Oh no. We are being spammed by, I don't know, some loser. Here we go. I'm gonna ban you. Ban him to the godforsaken ashes that he comes and spawned from. All right. Oh no. All right. Skibbity, I'm sorry. It was nice while it lasted, but I'm banning you too. I don't even know who Razor Red is, but thanks for making me aware. Awareness is important. Avoidance by all oh, come on, guys. We're trying to have a nice stream here, and you guys are out here wasting my time. That's fine. Waste your time. It's your life to waste. I'm gonna be busy being successful, joyful, happy, spending time with my real people while you're over there spamming and wasting the God-given life that you have. You should be ashamed of yourself, wasting your life, this precious life that we have. Shame on you. Shame on all of you. It's not even a shame that you're here spamming me. It's a shame that you're wasting the breath and the effort and the talents that you have. That's what's the shame. So when I do my little chibis, I always start off with the little. I hope you think about that. Hope you think about that. So what I think, since I've identified this way, what kind of keeps me. Here's another thing too. What kind of keeps me from, um, what's it called? Stealing, if you will, or making it. I don't want to say stealing, but like, how do you get rid of grief? How do you get rid of these things? How do I get rid of this? Smooth, I'm gonna need you to give me a walkthrough on how to get rid of these things. Like there. Oh well, that's okay. It's fine. Whatever. Kick is a little rowdy. Although if that's all that they're saying, I'm okay with this. They're just saying it a lot. But I'd rather have this than some of the other atrocities that but anyway, one way. So I get started when all of a sudden I'm like, I think I can do this. I'm getting comfortable with this. I'm gonna move it over to the side and then just kind of use it as a reference, as we always say, which I'm drawing on the wrong. There we go. Using it as the reference, right? That's another way to kinda keep you at peace, if you will, from stealing or copyright infringement there. Again, being inspired, it's like, "Hey, I've identified this before. I think this is," and so I see here, again, this is basically just a wider version of what I already kinda do, and that's exciting. Let me make them a little fatter. We do love us a fat duck. Fat duck. I do kinda like the spiky tail, even though I was saying earlier that cuter thingies, they, if you wanna retain the cuteness, you keep things very rounded, fat and round. Um, but, we're playing with it. I like this angle too. I've got several references from this person. I think it's the same one, different versions of this duck, and so that's really cool. Oh my dear God, what is that? Boys. I know that was made by a boy. Um, anyway, but we can play around. It kind of depends on the sharpness of it as well. Makini, what is up? $5 super sticker. Oh my gosh. I might have to change the Friday one. We need a food, just for Makini. Thank you. I needed that after all the atrocities we had on Kick. It's nice. Hi, I hope you have a good day. What software are you using? I'm using an iPad Pro, and I am using what's it called? Procreate. Grayscale looking great. Oh, this isn't mine. So we're using that as a reference. But thank you. I wish I have never really done grayscale very much, so I might need to add that to my practice sessions. The light spike around, surrounded by mostly round, is almost like Astro Boy. Ah, yes. But yeah, so we're using this Machini. I'm not very good with the duckies, so we needed some inspo, and we may have found. And of course I've chosen a kind of a difficult angle. What is this called? Is this the third or something? I don't know what it's called. I'm not professionally trained, and I don't pay attention to. I should. I probably should. But see, interesting with this, they've kind of made it look a little bit like a puppet, like a Muppet. Hang on, I need to move this duck over here because I'm left-handed and I cannot see. Here we go. Justin Proper missed all the fun. Yeah, Justin, you're missing out on life, man. Justin, thank you for the follow. At least I know you're a real human. I mean, that's what I've been told anyway. So. From my experience with Justin, he seems real. So appreciate that. All right. So we got this is cute. I think it needs to be a little wider, but we're off to a better start. Let's see. His little ducky, like let's see if we can change. I kind of have his wings a little different. Oh, it's so cute. It's so good. Oh my god. Okay. All right. We're in love. We're in love. But he's in the water, so I don't need to worry about his feet. But I think that his buoyancy doesn't make much sense. Like, he's kinda leaning a little bit. Let's see if we can fatten him up a little more. Malkini, I hope you had a great stream. He streams early in the morning because he's on West Coast time. Dude, I'm hungry. Here we go. And then we could give him the little chest hair, feather chest hair things. I don't know. How do you do that? Is that well, let's put TJ Gamer, hello, love the thank you. All right, so let's see. I appreciate that. What kind of eyes would we give him? There's the ovals, and then there's the circles. That one did not turn out right. Of course, now he looks like a derp, but let's just, I'm gonna cover this up. I think the ovals seem to be cuter, but we could give them kind of like the cartoony eyes like that. The more human-looking eyes. How are you, TJ Gamer? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're a real boy, and not like one of these nasty spam folk. Oh my gosh, she's kinda reminding me a little bit of the ducky from Tom and Jerry. That duck was kinda sad, but he also kinda got on my nerves. Imagine if my appearance on your painting stream was secretly AI this entire time. It wasn't that advanced last time. That time. I don't know, we're just kinda sketching out. I know this is kinda rough looking, but we can play around with And then we just put the catch light because those are what make things look cute. I think I've lost the cuteness in the eyes. So we're gonna get rid of the eyes for now. That's a detail that's important, but we will focus on later. Right now, we just need our foundation. So I'm not totally satisfied with the bill, but it's coming around. And then we need the leaf. So it kind of comes to a peak. Hang on. So if it was gonna go, let's look at it like a house. It's tilted too much, but that's okay. We kinda figured it out. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna redraw this. And then get rid of that, get rid of that, cancel. Just get rid of this. Oh, here we go. And put a little more on the head. Oh, it's so cute. Let's clean this up a little bit. Oh, I love him. Let's curve this up a little more too. So while I was trying to make things easy for myself, I've made them actually more difficult when I was trying to figure out his hair and stuff like that. This is actually way more difficult because I have to figure out the angle of the leaf. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I think this is an adorable concept. He looks like a little trooper. If I was a robot, I'd want one with wheels or maybe magnetically floating off the ground. This is so freaking cute. Okay. So you can see here the difference between copying something versus gaining something through reference, right? The difference between copying and reference and inspiration is right here. I am referring to the picture of somebody else's image here for this 3D print, but I have created it to my own. I've let it inspire me because at the end of the day, pretty much ducks all look the same. They have the same elements, and I need to pick and choose from what those elements are to create my own character. I have taken elements of this character here and then I've mimicked what my own characters look like and have fused them together to create my own. So it's not looking exactly like it, but it's similar to because it's also this person is essentially taking inspiration from the world around them as well with referencing a duck in their 3D print. So there you go. That's one way to get around it and do things. I don't know. I remember the little duck from Tom and Jerry being innocent, naive, and funny. I thought he was annoying, man. He whined too much. He was kinda like Scrappy Doo. Like, he was kinda cute, and then he wasn't. Like, he just whined so much, and I just can't do it. The leaf hat is a nice touch. Thank you. I think so, right? Like, this is an adorable, unique little character. So, imparting some wisdom before or I don't wanna say wisdom, but just some ideas for you here in the future with your own art journey, right? Let me get myself looking okay. When it co I have excuse me, all my words, I looked over at this other cute duck and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." From my experience, when it comes to character design, that you don't have to do a lot to make a person interesting. You could go extreme and go over the top like characters from The Legend of Zelda and stuff like that, that have all these belt buckles and these straps and these fluffy pants and all that kind of stuff, and they look absolutely amazing. But something that you can do to make your characters easy to create and make them interesting is to really just redesign one element of their outfit or an accessory, if you will. I one time created this really cool Mayan character for a video that I did a collaboration with Moss on, and it was meant to be like a fantasy Mayan jungle kind of strange creation that we worked on together. It was actually a prompt given to us by AI, and we had to design it ourselves based on what we were given. And one of the elements that I had was a lantern with a skull in it. Now, the skull is not really that important, but it turned out cool. You can check out the video if you want to. It's there available. But was the lantern itself. And I remember Moss asking me why I made the decision to take off one side of the lantern. And I told him that I have found in my journey of character and art creation is that one way to make things look fantasy or sci-fi um, is relatability in differences. I don't know if that even makes really sense. um, I mean, he asked me, "What makes the difference? Why did you take off a side of the lantern?" And I told him that for whatever reason, when it comes to sci-fi and fantasy, that if you alter just one thing about something that you're familiar with, it becomes believable and it's easier to get along with, even in a fantasy fictitious world, right? So if you take a lantern and maybe you're going to take something from a past era like I did, I kind of took something of a little bit of a Victorian style, maybe a little bit different style, and I just took off half of it and just had the bottom, one side, and the top, and I modified it to my own purpose, that suddenly it becomes strange because our brain tells us, "Why in the world is there a missing piece to this item that I am familiar with?" And so now it becomes a different kind of normal, a newness, if you will, because you know what it is, you can identify it, but suddenly it's cooler because of the fact that it's missing half of something, or you can add on to it. So, for example, we have our duck here that is super cute. There's nothing necessarily too fancy about him, but we have taken a leaf. Leaves don't necessarily get worn as hats by creatures, right? Ducks don't go around creating outfits made out of leaves and flowers and things like that. But if you take an element like that and then just add it to your character, and I've put it upside down. So rather than laying it flat on its head like a little bonnet, we've turned it upside down and now it kind of looks like a bicocket hat, like a Peter Pan hat, if you will, or a Robin Hood hat, which is called a bicocket. And suddenly our character has more personality. It's different, it's whimsical. So just doing simple elements like that, whether it's taking off something or repurposing something, as you will often see in like steampunk stuff when it comes to the gears and the whatnot, you will suddenly have a really cool character. So it's not quite as complex as you think. Taking the everyday ordinary, taking something off of it or adding something to it is a lot of times all you need when it comes to creating a really interesting and memorable character. At least that's my 2 cents of it. Do with it what you will. Giving it a used, lived-in characteristic or some weathering. Yeah, you can do that as well. That is more about the details of the design itself, but as far as what to put on somebody to make it interesting, like the creativity of steampunk, people adding cog wheels to their outfits for no purpose, right? There is really no purpose to the duck wearing a leaf on its head except that it looks really cute. But we can identify it as a hat, right? We're like, he's wearing a leaf, looks like a hat. We've just taken something ordinary, shifted it into something unusual, and now it's something cool. Now it is a very unique character design. Robin Hood and his mallard men. I make no apologies. Anyway, guys, this has been the Brush Hour. I want to remind you that over on Patreon, the free chat is available if you want to post some of your artwork and you want to just have some fun with some other artists. You can look at a bunch of other artwork that people have created of all different mediums, whether it's 3D print like this little ducky, or if it's a painting, Copic marker drawing, whatever the case might be, you are welcome there. It is a judgment-free zone. Save that drama for your llama. Critiques, criticisms, judgment only when asked for. If you actually want judgment and critique, done by yours truly. You can go over to the artists, not the Artist Alley is the free page. Makeover Monday page, where today, only today, I will be live in the chat room itself. I should say it that way. I'll be live in the chat room of that group, and you'll have my attention, my full attention for the next 30 minutes after this live stream ends. And I'd be happy to give you my insight on how to elevate your artwork the best way that I can guide you through experience and education. Be sure to check out the shop page. If you use the code BH20, you get 20% off of all Dream Team merchandise. Artwork is coming soon. But all the merchandise in the shop is 20% off. You can find that down in the description below. Feel free to join the Patreon, support your local artist here on YouTube. And did I say everything? I think I got all the important stuff. I appreciate all of you. We will be back tomorrow morning for Hot Take Tuesday, hoping that Justin Proper will be there with another hot take, and maybe you'll hear my opinion about Die Hard and Christmas. Justin says your streams are chill, fun, interactive. We always learn something. Occasionally, you make me laugh. That's why I enjoy. Justin, that means a lot to me. Thank you. It really does. It's the goal. It's the aim. Art, entertainment, education. Backstabbing, what we do here, Safe travel, stay healthy in 2025. Do not have a demise like a fool. That is right. You can live like a fool. You can dream like a fool. You can draw like a fool. As long as you don't die like a fool. Like a fool! Anyway, I appreciate all you. Please be sure to hit the like button on your way out. You all are an amazing part of my life. And yeah, Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might be doing some gaming tonight. I don't know if Sevi's joining me or not. Last week we did an escape room, which was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We did an escape room, and so maybe I'm gonna message her just now and see if she's available for that. But I've got a lot of work to do today. I've got some commissions to come up with and do. By the way, there's still time before Christmas. If you want to give your loved ones something different, something unique, something amazing, don't look at my duck. You could look at other things that I accomplished. I recently finished this commission piece here. You can hire me to create brand new characters out of your own imagination, or if you to turn yourself into, maybe you need a business card, maybe you need a sticker, anything like that. Maybe you need a little comic strip or something like that. If you want something fun and unique, individual to a family member, yourself, a loved one, there is still time before Christmas. I do have 2 slots available, 2 or 3 slots available. dreamingtabitha@gmail.com if you want to email me and get if you want to get some conversation moving. I also do hand draw. I don't have a picture of it. I need to put a picture of the transformer I just did. But I also do hand drawn chibis and things like that as well. But a lot of people prefer the digital artwork and the what. We have a lot of good time. We have a lot of fun, like a fool. But yeah, you can totally hire me, and I could make something beautiful like this right here for you.
If I was watching this video, I would like it. I would like the video, and I would probably subscribe, because there's